Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 2 of the One in Down podcast. Today we got Hayden.
You got Noah.
And Gavin.
And Matt.
So we got 4 of the boys here today. If you're watching this on the YouTube video, you can probably tell that this looks basically identical to episode 1. That is because we are recording it on the same day.
We literally just finished the other one like half an hour ago.
Yeah, so Jack and Liam are once again not here. They are the 2 other boys. Here's a great picture of them. We miss them. They will be on the podcast consistently. They just couldn't make it today. We love them though. So today for episode 2, we want to start it off strong and get quick into it. I came up with a game when we decided we were on to do this podcast. I wanted to, get it sort of a game that we could do almost every podcast that would kind of be fun, especially with the more people, how many people we got on the podcast, and it would be something fun that we can, talk about. And it's also interesting because you got to be quick on your feet because we don't know the topic yet. So here's how it's going to work. We're going to take it's got to be 60 seconds or less.
Yep.
Each person is going to just basically give you a pitch, like a reason why we should talk about this topic.
We each brought a certain topic to the table.
So we each brought a topic, and none of us know which topic we want to do.
Yep.
So I'm going to start. I'm going to say my topic of what I think we should talk about, and then after all 4 of us go, we have to vote. You can't vote on your own topic. You have to vote on somebody else's, but everybody's going to vote, and then we are going to take around 5-ish minutes to talk about that topic altogether that somebody pitched. So my first pitch to the topic I think we need to talk about, and I think it's good, is, we got at least 4 of the boys here, and we can talk about the others, is how we all met and how, we talked about the web in the first episode and how we all kind of came together and how I am the mutual friend, but I think everybody, it would be good for everybody to know how we all actually
how that web was formed.
and how that web was formed through everybody. So I think we could just give a quick intro of first impressions. So that's my topic.
Absolutely.
Noah, what do you think?
Well, my topic is not as serious. I was going to say Geometry Dash.
Dude is a sweat. Okay, that's actually valid because then we could talk about...
Guys, the new update has not... we've been waiting...
23.5.1.
Update 2.2. We've been waiting... I'm not joking when I say this. We've been waiting over 7 years.
Oh my gosh. Bro,
since the last...
We?
The Geometry Dash community.
We as in Noah.
As a whole.
No, but I think that actually isn't
Oh
bad
my
because
God.
we could also talk about...
Last thing I have to just say, the update is finalized, and we are waiting for review from Steam, Google Play, and Apple Play Store, and it is out. Guys, check out Geometry Dash.
We're sponsored!
Geometry sponsored by Geometry Dash.
No, but that actually is good
Raid
because
Shadow
we
Legends.
could each talk about our...
The 60 seconds is up.
Yeah, we could each talk
at
about
that.
our...
I'm not done.
We could each talk about our special game that we're the best at, video games.
Okay,
There
so
you go.
that's
All right,
actually-
that's fair.
Okay,
Okay.
Gavin, what do you
Mine is the Taylor Swift Travis Kelce drama.
Oh my goodness!
This is the clash between most popular
This is a
pop
very
music
good
artist
topic.
and Travis Kelce football. There's so much tea behind it. I feel like there's so much controversy.
Okay, Matthew,
Yeah.
I was going to say, let's talk about Fortnite, the transition from OG to
Chapter 5.
Chapter 5.
That's solid.
Just opinions and
That did just happen recently. Okay, so now we each vote. I'm gonna be honest. All these topics are good, and I'd love to talk about all of these, so we can bring them back next week and maybe touch all of them. But I think
We'll get to as many as we can
because
today.
of how big of a Fortnite fan I am gonna vote for Matthews. I want to talk about Fortnite.
Yeah.
Right.
Noah, what do you think? Who you
I
vote?
like Gavin's idea.
Like
I
Gavin's?
like either.
Okay.
Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce drama.
Gavin's good.
I like Matthew's idea.
Okay, for Fortnite idea. And Matthew, it doesn't matter now. You have to wait.
Well,
Actually, unless you vote for Gavin.
Well, that'd be stupid.
Yeah.
It's a tie.
Yeah.
So I'll vote for Hayden's.
Okay.
I don't
So
really want to talk
Oh,
about
this is
geometry.
rigged!
so Noah got
Just
no vote.
like the college playoff selection committee. Go watch the last episode. We talk about it more
What would
there.
we do if there
But-
was a tie? We'd just
if
talk about
we'd
both.
probably just discuss as a team, what do we think would be
We'd
best
race
for the
upstairs.
First to my room, go! No, okay, I think that is a great topic. We'll quickly touch on Fortnite, transitioning from OG Fortnite to the new chapter. No, probably didn't vote for
I was
this
just
because-
gonna say, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm not gonna know a lot.
That was like
about
me last episode, though. Let's
Yeah,
be
yeah.
honest.
Yeah, but Gavin
With
didn't
the
know
college
anything.
football,
Gavin
yeah.
didn't know anything.
I was
about
just like,
college football.
Okay, no, the OG Fortnite season though.
Yes.
Like the
Honestly.
player base was the largest it's ever been.
Yep,
I agree.
largest- What did it get to? It was
It was very high. I don't remember.
It was huge.
but-
Here, look it up on your phone, man. I think it was it was like millions. I mean, it was the
Yeah.
highest player count Fortnite had ever experienced.
It was
in
like the
its
highest
entire-
ever.
Yeah, in any game too. I think like at one.
I have no
certain
idea
time.
what I'm
Yeah.
talking
Yeah, he has
about.
no idea what he's talking. But I've been playing Fortnite for a long, long time. Literally since chapter 1, season 0. I played on my grandma's old computer. But,
Really?
yeah.
That's
and then I got an Xbox in like chapter 1, season 3, and ever since then I've played on that. And then now I have a PC. But Matthew was a OG grinder with me. We used to play duos all the time. And Gavin same, running
Yeah.
duos and stuff. It's we all have memories. I think the truth is, sorry Noah, this might not relate to you, but like the truth of the fact is that Fortnite, like as much as like some people like hate on the game and like say it's like a kid game, like yes, maybe that is true partially, but the fact of the matter is the memories you made on the game. What is it? What's the number?
How many?
45 million.
I was gonna say I thought.
That's
it was
So wait, that's how many
45.
people were playing
At
at
one
one
time.
time.
44.7 million.
Yeah, that's literally
was-
what I was gonna say. I
that-
literally was
it
gonna
was-
say
that
44.7
is
million.
So like that was during the
The
what
only
Eminem
time.
concert?
There's
No,
eight-
that was during the OG chapter.
That's the
start of the OG
highest point
chapter.
it got during
That was the
That was
highest.
day one of.
Yeah, yes.
oh
Like that was
my-
at one time.
Yeah.
What
It
is
was like November 4th.
what is
Yeah.
the
One-
most
in one-
any video game has ever had at one time?
I think that's it. I think that
That's
broke
the
the
number.
record.
That's gotta be
yeah,
it.
that broke the record.
I think that's the most like.
Because I think before it was I think when a Minecraft update came out on some like server thing that I think
Yeah.
it was like 39 million or something. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But I think now 44.7 million is the
But like
highest
this OG
active player
season was
round.
legit.
Yeah,
like
and
it
it
brought back
was.
memories and nostalgia for so many
Yeah,
people.
that's what I was touching. I was trying to touch on the fact that like yes, Fortnite may be like it's a kids get blah blah. Well, half the reason people love it so much is because of the time they played it in and the memories they have with their friends on the game.
Yeah, I
mean,
just like drop salty and hear Hayden's like little kid voice, just like he's on me.
yeah, like okay, so,
But like it was like bringing back memories and stuff.
Bro's
and,
gotta
like,
call me out
when-
like that, but
No, you definitely carried me.
yeah, but it's
You had a
just,
very
like,
high voice.
The OG thing.
To be honest, we all like maybe Matthew did.
I'm not even gonna lie, my voice is like changing like now.
Yeah, yeah.
Months ago, like I'd be in the drive-thru at work, right? And it's just never happened before. And then one day in drive-thru at work, 2 cars in a row. I'm not even joking. Never happened before. Then 2 cars in a row. They said, "Thank you, ma'am." I'm not even lying. 2 cars in a row. They said, "Thank
No.
you, ma'am."
Oh,
The very next day, I go to work.
No, it was like time to hit puberty boys.
The very next day, I go to work. I'm on drive-thru again. First 2 cars that come through. Thank you, ma'am. First,
Hey, at
so it
least
never
they're being
happens.
polite.
Yeah,
At least
yeah.
they're saying
Hey,
thank you. Like
yeah,
some
a
people
lot of
are-
fast food.
They're
workers,
like,
they
"You're a
just
very
throw
polite
stuff at
young
you.
lady. Thank you." Like, you're welcome.
And then they come up to the window, they're like, oh.
And it never happened again. But it happened 4 times in a row. It never
Wow.
happened 4 times in a row, and then never happened again.
All right. Well, congratulations for that.
Oh,
Congratulations,
Yeah.
Noah. But yeah, as getting back to what we were actually talking about. Yeah, I
Can we
then
show the logos?
show yeah,
We had to blur out the cans.
blur out the Mountain Dew can. No,
Your
but
shirts.
I think the transition to Chapter 5 is obviously a bit jarring. I mean, they're trying to enter. I mean, that's what Fortnite's always been trying to do. They're always trying to evolve. I mean, that's the truth of the game. To keep players.
I feel like the reason
active.
it's so good is because they're constantly updating
Yeah.
it
Oh,
and keeping
yeah.
it.
When Fortnite was its best, it was because it had weekly updates. It's because it had.
But it
people
wasn't
that
like
keep it
crazy updates. Like they were
Yes.
keeping it simple, which is what
Yes.
people love about the game. Like
Yes.
the simplicity of the game.
Still keeping the whole like structure and concept
Yep.
of the game the
I
same.
agree.
Like Minecraft has been the same game. They keep making amazing updates, like
Yeah.
adding little stuff, but
Yep.
the structure has been the same.
Yeah.
That's why Minecraft is one of the like longest lasting popular games.
Yes, I
Because
agree.
It's remained
Because they
simple.
just keep adding quality to it instead of
Yeah.
changing and making it a different quality.
Exactly, yeah.
Correct.
I think Fortnite took a huge leap with Chapter 5.
Yep.
Because it completely changed movement, animation, and like the flow of the game is different now.
Oh,
Due to
100%.
the map,
The game feels different. It does not
it
feel
doesn't
like the same
feel
game.
like Fortnite, and they took a big leap doing that. So, what I think they were trying to do is they do OG season strategically right before they do.
Yeah,
this big
because they
change.
want everybody
They
there.
want to bring in old players that, and then hope that when Chapter 5 comes out, that they'll be in love with the game again
Yep.
and
Yeah.
maybe stick around and be like, oh, maybe I'll give the new chapter a try.
And also,
then
I-
maybe
I
they'll
heard
like
a
it.
I
friend-
think that's already proven ineffective though.
I
like-
heard a friend saying that the
Yeah.
newest update that's like happening right now, it's like not good.
Well,
Is
so
that-
okay, so here's
So I know,
here's
like I know, there's like the Rocket League racing thing. I
Yeah.
heard that's cool. The
Yeah.
Lego Fortnite, I heard that's cool.
Yeah.
But like the Fortnite
So-
itself, like I heard they,
so
they
here's the
changed the
thing.
movement
Here's the
and
thing.
it's like
the movement,
underground.
yeah. So
and-
here's the thing. I think obviously Chapter 5 did change the entire like way the game is played, and I agree. I actually like it, but I will admit, day one, the first thing I noticed was the movement. Like the movement animation,
it's noticeable.
It is noticeably slower, and they actually just updated it yesterday, and they buffed the movement back to how fast it normally is.
Mm-hmm.
So it feels now the same ish. It still somehow feels slower. I think it's just the way the animation looks. Like, it just feels a little bit slower.
Also,
but
I feel like I don't know if we would actually like take the grid out, but I think the map is
yes,
larger.
the map is larger. That is a fact. Yes, it is larger. So I think it's the fact that the map is larger, the zones are quicker, and that the walking animation, even though it is the same speed, it wasn't the same speed at the start, and it does feel different.
They changed it back.
There's a lot of people who don't like it because of that fact. They're like, it doesn't feel like Fortnite. And yes, that it's a positive and a negative. There's some people that are like, oh, it's a huge positive, the game feels different. Then there's some people that are like, oh, it's a huge negative, it's not Fortnite anymore.
Yeah,
It just feels like it's turning into
It's a
Call of Duty
positive
at this
and a
point.
negative.
a lot of
Like,
people are
people's-
saying it just feels like Warzone because
Yep.
of the fast zones
Yep.
and the
I agree.
slower game
Yeah.
pace.
Yeah.
The one thing that I think Fortnite doing is that is smart is the whole like Lego Fortnite, Rocket League
They bring
collaboration
in
with that.
so many
Fortnite is-
collaborations. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Like Epic Games. Epic Games is a platform where you create an account and you
Yeah.
can
Download many
download a
different
bunch of games
yeah.
and play them. Fortnite is basically doing that.
Yes,
They're
100%
literally becoming a
inside of the-
platform.
Yes, I agree.
to play
That's I was
other
going to say
games.
the best example I can give it. Well, this is kind of a bad example because I hope it doesn't turn into this. But Roblox is a
Aw.
game inside. It's a game inside of a bunch of other games, and that's a fact. And that it is very popular. I mean, obviously that's targeted at a younger audience, but Fortnite is basically becoming that for older audiences. I mean, they have you log into Fortnite to play Lego Fortnite. You log into Fortnite to play Battle Royale. You got creative. You got ranked. You got the new music mode. You got the
Lego.
Lego. You get. I mean, there are and then there are
Rocket
countless
Racing,
of
like-
thousands with UEFN now. You can literally make entire game modes that like basically break how Fortnite feels and just is a completely different game inside of Fortnite.
Yeah.
They made it. They gave the players the tools to make their own game, and that's why creative is so popular constantly. There's coming out with all these new iterations of maps. I mean, box fights used to be just a map you load in, you shoot each other in a box fight. Now, I played a box fights map the other day by myself. They have an entire rank system where like you win, you rank
Really?
up. Yeah, you rank up. You can like view
There's,
like from
it's like a
above.
whole game mode
Yeah,
now.
it's basically like entire game modes because since they took out LTMs, they literally people have been making LTMs inside of creative. And I think it is a huge step forward, depending on whether you like it or not. I think the fact of the matter is Fortnite is not dying. It is more successful than ever right now, and I think, yes, they might have lost a few people off of the back of the OG season because they didn't like the movement or something, but I think with all this UEFN stuff, Lego Fortnite, all these, like, basically making it a game platform, I think it's will be around
It's
for
gonna
a
be-
very
Yeah,
long
that's
time.
a valid argument.
I think
Absolutely.
I don't think like
I don't think like anybody would have proof to argue against that.
Yeah, I specifically remember driving to baseball practice with my dad. This was like 3 years ago. I was driving with you, I think, Matthew.
Yeah, we used to
baseball
share
practice,
at a
and we used to talk. We used to talk about Fortnite all the time on the way to baseball practice because we used to carpool. We live next together, and we'd talk about Fortnite. And my dad's like, "When are you guys gonna shut up about this game? This game's gonna die in the next year." It's been 5 years. Game's still, it's more popular than ever, and it's literally been. Maybe 5 years is over exaggerated. I don't even know specific, but it might be 5 years at this
Well,
point.
3 years
Yeah.
ago would have been
Three-
in the middle of COVID-19.
Yeah,
so it probably
it
wasn't then.
No, it was 5
It
years.
was in the middle. You guys had baseball practice in COVID-19.
No, it was right before then. So
Oh,
it
okay,
has
yeah.
been 5+ years now of Fortnite, and that it just shows how the game
Well, Fortnite's been around for like 7 years.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
I just saw a
Fortnite
video
was
about that the other day.
earlier.
Like, it's literally been
Yeah.
like 7 or 8 years since
Yeah.
like we had the OG map
Yeah.
and the OG.
I remember being
which
in
is also
middle
crazy
school.
to
Yeah,
think
middle
about,
school,
like
yeah.
how old it is.
Yeah, it feels like yesterday I got my first win, and now it's in Chapter 5, Season 1.
Got your second win yesterday.
All right.
I still have a screenshot on my phone of my first win when I was playing on mobile.
Yeah,
I had 0
Nice.
kills
Yep.
and I was just playing with squads, and then but like now these days I'd dropping wins like on the daily.
Yeah, and
like,
then it's also
On the daily.
like not like a lot, but
I
like
will admit that is
when
one
I
thing
play.
that it's hard to do. Like the special feeling of getting a win is not the same. I mean, like that when you got a win, OG Fortnite, dude, you were screaming,
Oh
you
my
were
God,
hyped.
yeah.
Nowadays, it's like you get the win, it's like
let's
alright,
try to get
like,
3 in a
yeah,
row.
Let's try to get 3 in a row. You start like
Yeah,
oh,
you're
let's get a
trying to
streak.
get a
Like
streak
it's
going.
like it's different, and that's just how it's always going to be. But like I genuinely think it's the most popular. It's just going to get more and more popular. Honestly, I think it's on the up.
Yep.
So, yeah.
I think a lot of people are just hoping they like. So some people even been saying like make a mode for the OG season.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah.
because
For
since
sure.
they already
possible.
have since
Yeah.
they already have so many different modes, why not make one for the
Yeah.
OG season?
And then people are always saying like, oh, you can't do that because it's going to split the player base, and there's not going to be enough people.
They have
to play
enough
this game.
player base though.
They have so. I mean,
Yeah.
I literally the last night I was on, there were over 1 million people on Battle Royale, over 500,000 people on Ranked, and over 2 million people
Yeah, it was
on
2.2
Lego.
on
Yeah, it was like
Lego.
2.2 on Lego, and then there was another million on Rocket. I mean, that doesn't even include every single creative map.
Yeah.
I mean, it is ridiculous the amount of people that are playing constantly. It's not going to die anytime soon.
No.
So, Matthew, nice
We
topic.
say this and then tomorrow they go
Round of applause.
bankrupt.
Yeah, round of applause, Matthew. Nice topic. That was
good,
well
that was
done.
Yep.
We'll definitely probably keep that game going. We'll get it.
We'll talk more if we have time at the end, but
Yeah, and I think the next thing we want to talk on is once
Geometry Dash.
No, is now we want to transition over to football. Last week we talked about the college football playoffs, and this week I think
Whoa.
we should touch on.
Oh yeah. Never mind.
This week we should touch on the NFL teams, which obviously I even watch more NFL than I do college football. But the NFL has been wild this year because there are a bunch of mid teams and not a lot of good teams, and some of the good teams I'm like, how are you good? So
Yeah, it's been really
It's kind of
crazy
like with
this year.
college football. There
Yeah,
not like
yeah.
a solely dominant
Yes,
team
I
that is just
agree.
running.
Well,
for
I
anybody.
disagree
Like
with
Georgia
that.
has been
I
the best
disagree with
league.
that
do you
because the
think?
49ers,
okay,
So obviously the 49ers don't have the best record right now, but
They're
they
9
did
and
beat
3.
the Eagles, who were tied, or did they have the best record last week?
yeah, they did.
So now they are one game behind. They're 9-3.
Yeah,
I was gonna say what their record was at home.
yeah, bro doesn't know. Okay,
But so they're 9-3 now. But if they stay healthy, there's not one team in the NFL that
no,
can beat them.
I
I'm
agree.
a big Niners fan.
I
Like,
agree.
just
I
because
think-
of-
Like it's just not possible. Like because they have Debo Samuel and Brandon Ayuk, who might not be the best wide receiver in the league, but they're both.
But
top
he's got
20.
skill.
CMC, dude.
Yeah,
Christian
so
Watson.
I was getting there. Then
he
they
plays
have
quarterback.
then they
He
have
plays
Christian.
running. He plays
He plays tight end. He's not a lineman.
I remember watching
So then
him
they
at
have
Stanford,
Christian McCaffrey, the number one running back in the league. They have Brock Purdy, maybe the number one quarterback in the league, and an MVP candidate right now.
Yep, which is kind of wild.
Which is just crazy. Last year
And their
he was.
defense is crazy.
okay. I will admit
He was
one.
the last pick of the draft last year.
I don't
Got
know
his
if this is a
first
hot
start
take.
in game 13.
Yeah.
Jimmy Garoppolo got injured. He comes in and started every game since.
Okay, I will be honest. I don't know if this is a hot take. I don't know how you feel. But I do like the 49ers. I think they're the best team. But I will admit the fact that Brock Purdy is currently the favorite in the MVP race is
insane.
crazy.
It's just
Yeah.
crazy.
That should
because you
not
have
be
so
true.
many people.
It-
You
there
have
are-
Tyreek Hill is going for
literally
the
he's
receiving
on,
record.
Yeah, he's on pace to beat the all-time receiving record
by
And
97
yeah,
yards.
and
He's
instead
projected to get
yeah,
2,097 yards.
Yeah,
this
and
season.
instead of giving
It's
him
insane.
instead of making him an MVP candidate, it's Brock Purdy who throws short screen routes to CMC
Well,
where he runs for 100
maybe
yards.
when Brock Purdy had his debut as the
Like
Mr. Irrelevant, maybe
Well,
you
but
can make
do
an
you-
argument
do
for
you
MVP
watch
more
49er
than now,
games?
but I don't think now there's a
Yeah, now he's just
Yeah.
like a,
So like,
just a decent
so
player.
watch
Yeah.
like Brock Purdy's highlights. Like I agree, there are definitely some times. There are a lot of times where he'll just throw a screen pass, he'll throw a short
Yeah.
pass.
I mean-
but when he throws downfield, it is accurate.
yes, no, I
And it
agree.
is-
He's not a bad quarterback.
No,
No.
he's not a bad quarterback at all. I'm not.
But there's
putting
just
that away
people
from
who are
him. I
more
think-
deserving and
Yes,
work
I
harder.
agree. Yes, I
Like,
agree. I think
Is
they're.
it deserving or better?
Yeah, see, it's the whole thing at the college football playoffs. I mean, who's deserving of this and who's better at this? Because I think Brock Purdy might be deserving. He's leading a great team. He's leading probably the best team in the NFL.
Yep.
So he might be deserving. But who's actually the best right now? Like the
I don't
MVP
think there
of
is a
the-
best team in the
I-
NFL right now.
No, I agree.
There's-
but
No,
best
it's
player,
a good
Best
competition.
player wise, I don't think it's Brock Purdy. Like, there's no way somebody's going to be like Brock
Who's the
Purdy's
best player in the
NFL.
NFL? Yeah.
No,
When
no.
you do like that MVP stuff, you're looking for the standout.
Yes.
Brock Purdy's just solid.
Yes, he's solid. He's
good.
not a standout, but
great.
he's solid.
solid.
Tyreek Hill is a standout.
Yes, I
Yeah.
agree.
Everybody
CJ
knows
Stroud
Tyreek
is a
Hill. Like-
standout.
Yes, I agree. So I think we just quickly kind of run through from the top
We
the
can also-
NFC East, and we kind of just talk about each little division just a
Uh-huh.
little bit. So first we got the NFC East. We got the Eagles on top, 10-2, Cowboys 9-3, Giants 4-8, and Commanders 4-9. The
I
obvious,
believe the Giants and Commanders are officially eliminated
Yes,
from the
I
playoffs.
think that- the
There's
Giants and
no
Commanders-
mathematically. It's mathematic. There's no way for them to. Yeah.
There's no
Yeah,
mathematical
There's
way.
no
for them to make it.
mathematical way
Tough
for
season
them
for
to
both
make
those
the
teams.
playoffs
They're not that good.
Yeah, so
They have
we're gonna
nothing-
kind of drop off those like teams that we aren't even like in it. Like we're not even gonna talk about that
And
much.
the Eagles and Cowboys. The Eagles and Cowboys, did they play last week? The Eagles played the 49ers last week. So
Yes.
Eagles and Cowboys play this week.
Yes, correct.
The Eagles won the first game,
Eagles and
right?
Cowboys are two teams that I definitely think could make a very deep run in the playoffs.
I don't
both-
know. I believe the
it's-
Eagles.
I think
I
for
don't
the
think the
Cowboys-
Cowboys can do anything.
I think for the Cowboys, it's dependent on Dak.
I-
how
the
he's
Co-
gonna
the
play
Cowboys
when
are
he's
just
coming
chokers.
back.
Oh,
dude. They're
Dak
just
is
such
another
chokers.
MVP candidate, by the way.
Yeah.
He's playing the best he's ever played in his
Yeah.
entire
I know.
career.
And I
And
know,
it
but he's
depends
a
if
choker.
he-
But he's just a choker. Dude is
Yeah.
always.
Because they have a strong defense. They can hold off the other team, but if they,
They
can't
have a
score,
great
they're
team.
not going to
They have
win.
a great offense and defense.
Yeah, they do. No,
It's
and they
just
do.
they
The
can't
problem is
get it
every
done in
year
the
they get to the
playoffs.
playoffs, and then it's just like he chokes out.
They're like the
Every year.
Packers, guys.
So
Speaking of Packers,
um,
they are on a
let's go down.
three-game win
Let's
streak.
skip the
4 out
NFC
of
West.
5.
Let's go to the North. So we got the Lions, Vikings, Packers, and Bears. Obviously,
This
we're
is a
Packers.
weak
NFC
division.
North is actually going to be
division this
a very exciting
Yes,
end
I
because the
agree.
Packers play the Lions again.
Yep.
Or no, sorry, they do not play the Lions.
So they
again.
play the Vikings.
They play the Vikings and the Bears again. Packers are 1-1 against the Lions this year.
Obviously, if you can't
One
tell,
win was on
Bears
Thanksgiving.
playoff contention.
Yeah, not existing.
So if you can't tell, we are Packer fans. Actually, me, Noah, and Matthew are Packer fans. But
Because we're the normal ones.
because
and
we're the
then
normals.
you
But
got Gavin.
but Gavin's a Bears fan. But actually, Matthew's a Bears fan as well.
You are?
I am, yeah.
Yeah.
I just okay. Only reason I cheer for the I know Packers Bears.
Yes.
You love screen
I would
passes?
come over to Hayden's for Sunday Packer games
Yep. Mm-hmm.
with his family, and if they were playing the Bears, I'd cheer for the Bears. But if it was the Packers playing anybody else, I'd cheer for the Packers.
Yep.
You cheer for the Bears.
The
over
thing
the
is, I'm a
Packers?
college football guy, so for
Oh,
NFL,
okay.
I don't have a lot of pride or
Yeah.
passion
He
for
does
this
fair,
stuff.
that's fair.
All right, that's
Obviously,
okay.
like Michigan, I hate Ohio State. I hate Michigan.
I thought you
State.
were gonna say you hate Michigan.
No, I
Like
love
Michigan, I hate them. Like what?
So like like Packers and Bears are rivals, but I'll cheer for both teams. Ohio State and Michigan are rivals. I'll cheer against Ohio State.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
but yeah.
So
Yeah.
moving, let's go
Sorry,
back.
that's confusing.
Yeah,
but
that is very
You're
confusing.
good.
But so for the NFC West,
Packers also have an easy schedule.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They play the Buccaneers and Panthers, and then they play the Vikings, Bears, and somebody else.
I think they've been a strong team. They might have a good chance at the playoffs.
no, they have a 70. Isn't it like a 70% chance to play?
Yeah, I
They
think so.
have a 73%.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
71,
Which is
I
kind
wanna
of
say,
wild
actually.
considering we're currently 6-6, and I thought we were screwed. But
Yeah.
They've
this-
won
It's
4 out of their last 5 games.
It's
This
just of
division-
how
yeah.
recently they've been
This
playing.
we've been playing well recently, and our division's bad. I'm just gonna be honest. That's just
Yeah,
the
the
truth.
Well,
NFC
the
North
Lions
is
are a
weak
good
division.
team. I don't know if they can
Yeah.
do anything in the playoffs, though.
So then moving back up to the NFC West because we skipped it. The 49ers, like we were talking about before, we already touched on this. They are one
Undisputed,
of the best teams. I think they're the
winning
best.
the division.
They're going to win their division easily. I think they might be the best team in the league.
Yep.
I think the Seahawks are actually somebody to look out for. I think they can if they start playing.
I feel like the
well, turn-
Seahawks are a little
They can if
underrated.
they-
Like
yeah.
they're better than people think they
They're
are.
underrated, but
And there's a
they
lot of
started
six-
they started the season very well, but then
Yeah.
recently
I know.
they've
But I think
really
they,
gone
like-
off the rails and they've
They
given
have
the Packers
like
a
Kenneth
chance.
Walker.
Yep.
Like
And-
he's pretty
and
good.
Geno,
He's a good running back.
And Geno Smith.
Geno
I mean,
Smith
like,
is
Geno
a solid
showed,
quarterback.
Showed he had something going on last year, and I think they can definitely turn up again and make the playoffs. Rams, I'm gonna be honest, don't know how they have 6 wins. But
Yeah.
but the Cardinals
Just be fully
suck.
honest.
I mean, the Cardinals
Cardinals,
just suck.
they
I mean,
gotta-
their
They're
quarterback
going to be
plays-
looking at next season.
Yeah, their
Yeah.
quarterback plays
No.
COD more than football. All right, continue. Continue.
Oh my goodness!
So the-
NFC South.
the NFC
Don't even
South
get me
is-
started.
This is a horrible
This
division.
is the worst division easily. The Falcons leading the division is ridiculous. This team is this whole division is a joke.
Imagine having a win percentage of .083.
Yeah, that is
Like,
ridiculous. I mean, this division is
8%.
awful. There's nothing to even say here. I think if any of, I mean, obviously one of these
Do
teams
we
is
even
going to make
want
the
to talk
playoffs.
about this?
No,
This
obviously,
is terrible.
obviously one
But
of these
it's not
teams.
worth our time.
What the
One of-
fact of the matter is, one of these teams is going to make the playoffs, and they're going to lose in the first round.
And
Let's
it's
keep
the-
going.
and it's the Panthers.
Yes, and it's
Maybe they'll be able to.
it's the Panthers. No, continuing on. Let's head over.
Though the
to
only thing about the
AFC.
Falcons I want to say is Bijan Robinson is amazing.
Oh,
Bijan Robinson is
Oh,
a
he's
stud.
been
He's
dog.
amazing.
very,
He is
very
crazy.
enjoyable player to watch.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's
He's a
bringing
dog.
back like Barry Sanders.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Last night I watched I think it was on Netflix. There's a Barry Sanders document.
Yeah, about why he left.
Yep, I watched that last night. So yeah.
You watched
Okay,
the whole
There's a
thing
lot
last
of
night?
crazy good prospects this year in the
How many
NFL. Like
episodes? Yeah.
rookies who are
Just
going
one.
off.
Oh,
It's just an hour and like.
I thought it was like 10 episodes, like a documentary.
No,
You
it's
just
just-
watched it last night real quick.
It is in his spare time.
Yeah.
Moving on to the AFC, this division or this side of the NFL, I think is much better.
Was it this year that Dolphins put the pounding on the Broncos?
Yes, it was this year.
Yeah,
that was,
like
that was
the-
at the start where
like
it
the
was like
You don't
highest
see
score
that a
ever.
lot in the
no,
NFL.
no.
What was it like 70?
You might-
70
It
to
was-
20.
Yeah,
70
it
to
was-
You might see a 70
It was-
to 20 game in college football,
Yeah.
but that doesn't happen a lot
No.
in
No.
the NFL.
I think the Dolphins are also personally for me one of my favorites. I think the Bills obviously are a huge team that could blow. I mean, they have Josh.
They
Allen,
have so
and
much
they have
potential,
They
but
do.
they're just blowing game after
Yeah,
game
yep,
this
they're
year,
just
and they're
not
just
playing well.
pushing themselves out of the playoff race. Like other teams aren't doing it for them; they're doing it
No,
themselves.
correct. I agree. And moving on also to the Jets, I think you just got to touch on them because of the fact that Aaron Rodgers is there.
Yes.
Aaron
Have you?
Rodgers
So
coming back-
supposedly he's practicing now
Yes,
again.
he
Yeah,
is.
he's trying to come back
He's
early.
trying to come back. He's trying to make.
I've
a-
seen rumors that
Yeah.
he didn't actually tear his ACL and that he just faked it and now
You
he's
mean
coming
his
back. I mean,
Achilles or
oh
whatever
yeah,
it
yeah,
is?
Achilles,
yeah.
whatever it was.
I
Like,
didn't
it's an
see-
average of a year recovery time. he is doing it in
Yeah,
less
I
than
haven't
90
yeah.
days.
I haven't seen that, but
And
I
I've
have
seen
not
rumors
seen
that he faked
you,
it.
You can literally see it snap in the video.
can.
That's the only thing that's like, it's kind of
I hate watching that
undisputable.
video.
That's
It's
Yeah,
super
I hate
crazy.
watching that video.
Well,
No.
they edited it.
on
Live
live
TV.
Live TV.
It
they
was
edited
staged.
it.
That's why it happened right at the beginning
Yeah.
of the game.
True.
No, but I genuinely think the fact that Aaron Rodgers was recovering this fast, if he actually did do it, as he said he did, which I really think he did, it is ridiculous. I mean, it's unhuman. I don't know what's up with
He's
that.
a
dude.
Unfortunately,
like a
that
unit.
can't be considered when putting them in the playoffs.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
I
that
was
can't be
super
considered.
excited to see what he was
Yeah,
going to
same,
do with the Jets
same.
this year.
I was too.
Got
And
an
it's really
entire
unfortunate.
4 plays.
I will
of
be honest, it is
highlights.
kind of crazy to think that if the Jets start winning a few games and Rodgers comes back, they could very easily make the playoffs because there are some wild cards up for
It's
grabs.
crazy
and
to
the
think
Bills are
that the
pretty bad.
Jets could be better than the Bills this season.
Yeah,
Like,
which
that's
is
just-
wild.
Yeah.
I mean,
You know-
it's pretty close.
I want to touch on the Dolphins though. They're 9-3. I'm surprised they're not like dominating the league though.
No,
they've got it. Their team is absolutely
Tua-
like crazy.
Their coach is the best.
Mike McDaniels
Mike
is a
McDaniels
goat.
I know.
is so
I just feel like
amazing.
they're playing too much of backyard football.
Yeah,
They are.
I mean,
It's
that-
crazy.
That's part of the reason why they aren't.
I think
as
the-
dominant
like
as
if they
should be.
ran some really good stuff, they have us like a star player at every position right
Yes,
now.
I agree.
Yeah.
Like
No.
they have everything lined up.
And if they run into like a disciplined team, they're gonna.
I agree.
it'll be
I
a
think
tough
I
game
think
for
yeah,
them.
the discipline part is the part where like Mike McDaniels is awesome, cool dude. I really like him as a coach.
Yeah.
But I don't know how. Maybe it's just the team. Maybe it's him coaching. I don't know what it is, but it just seems like they don't play with sometimes that.
They
Urge.
try to run a bunch of trick plays all the
Yeah,
time.
I don't. They
It's-
just don't play with that urge that some other teams I feel like that do.
Yeah.
We're talking about a team that does play with that urge, but hasn't been this good this year is the Chiefs. The
Yeah.
Chiefs are.
Well, they're always.
I mean,
that
like
good idea.
they always are disciplined. They're so. I mean, it's Patrick Mahomes, dude. Even though that he's throwing to people with butter for hands, he's still somehow.
Have
is
you
making
guys
their team
seen the
win.
memes about Marquise Valdes-Scantling where it's
Yes.
saying like the NFL is a place of opportunities, where it's like the first what was it? It's like the shortest NFL player, the first female ref, and then it's Marquez Valdes-Scantling, like the first player born without hands.
yeah, dude. I'm just saying, like the
Speaking
Chiefs.
of the Chiefs, Travis Kelsey and
Yeah.
Taylor
Yeah.
Swift.
yeah, maybe we
She
touched on
just-
this a little bit.
She did just release an official like timeline based on her relationship. I believe it's on ESPN.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So,
like they started in July.
Yeah, I saw that.
Nobody knew until September though.
it's so weird.
I
It's
also-
it's honestly just crazy to think that he's dating. It's like they're literally a couple. Like they're
is
dating. each
wild.
other.
I
That's
know.
just so
I don't
weird.
understand.
Okay,
They just
I will-
moved in.
Yeah, let's
with
not talk
each
about
other
this too
and-
much, but like,
Yeah, we don't want to talk about this too much. You don't. I don't.
It's-
I think everybody's talking about it too much. I'm gonna be honest. My take on it is that like
Overrated.
it's
Honestly.
dude. It's like okay, great. I just don't care. Like, dude, they're showing
Like,
Taylor Swift at every
as long as
single
Travis
football
Kelsey
game.
plays well, yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead, date him. Like,
Yeah, I don't care. Like, I don't
For
care.
me, same thing. I don't care.
Yeah.
And I also am like, why does everybody care? And
Yeah.
Why is everybody talking about
It's
this?
all the Swifties.
Yeah.
It is.
They're taking over the internet.
Now the Broncos.
No hate on Swifties, but like,
Broncos,
The
are
Broncos
making a comeback.
are making a
They're
comeback.
making a bigger
I-
comeback than the Packers.
yeah, weren't they like 1-5 or something? Like they started the season horribly.
The Broncos did start the season horribly, and they're turning it around. I mean, how many wins? They're on a huge.
I
win streak
believe
right now.
they've won 5 in a.
Yeah, 5
No,
in a
they
row,
they
4
did
in a
just lose recently.
I think they've
But
won
I
like
think
5
won-
out of their last 4.
They've
6 out of
won
the last
5
5
out of their last 6, I believe. They
Yeah.
lost,
Yeah,
I
that's what I
think,
meant,
2
that's what I
weeks ago
Yeah.
to the Texans.
Yeah, I
wanna
think
say.
so. Yeah, well, all
Tough
I'm
team to
saying
lose
is
to,
I
but
think the
still,
Broncos
like-
can make
No,
the playoffs.
Texans are good too this year.
Yeah,
They
they're
have been,
decent.
yeah.
but
They're one
I mean,
game. I believe they're one
I just
game
can never
behind
see the Texans as a good
Jaguars.
team. I don't know why. They're just always in my mind as like bottom.
Yeah,
team.
I don't. Well, it's their new CJ Stroud. He's been a dog. This
C.J.
year.
Stroud has helped,
Fantasy.
yeah.
I mean, I'm in an 8-man league and I sit him on my bench, but over Josh Allen. But he's a dog. Dude's been putting up points in
He's
fantasy,
amazing.
and
Yeah.
he's been putting up points in the game. And he's didn't he already hasn't he already beaten some single season rookie record of some sort?
I wouldn't be
swear I saw that
surprised,
the other
like-
day.
I don't think he has, but he's very close.
Yeah,
wanna
I think
say.
or something like that. I don't know. So that's that division. The Raiders and Chargers both suck. Continue. No, actually, the Chargers aren't as bad. I think
The
as the Raiders.
Chargers are super good. They just cannot finish the game in the last 5 minutes.
I agree. They have a good quarterback.
They lost like
Pause.
8 games
Okay.
It's
in
like
podcast.
reconnect.
Like the Chargers just before a couple weeks ago where they lost by 4. Like 8 games in a row. They when they lost by 3 points
Yeah.
or less.
They've had close games.
Yep.
Yeah.
Movie. Whoa.
Well, next division you got the Ravens, Browns, Steelers, and Bengals, who are all fairly close.
They're actually all pretty good teams.
Yeah, I think the Ravens are better than people expected. I don't like quarterbacks that run the ball. CMA.
Really?
No,
Bro
but
dropped it.
I think we're gonna have to bleep that out. But that's okay.
no, but I think Lamar Jackson has been very good this year, and I think
Another MVP candidate.
another MVP candidate, which is kind of crazy because I feel like he's more of a running back than he is a quarterback. He's basically
just like Justin Fields.
He's literally Justin Fields if Justin Fields was good.
Justin Fields needs some work.
Yeah, Justin Fields is awful.
They need to stop having water balloon fights.
Water
at
balloon
practice.
fights. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that experiment. The Bears having water balloon
Like maybe
fights.
focus on winning before you celebrate. Like, jeez.
Crazy.
So funny.
So yeah, the Ravens. I think
the Bengals are out. I would.
that's
think
kind of crazy.
The Bengals
So
are
I would say the
stacked.
Bengals are good. They just lost
This
their quarterback.
division-
Joe Burrow,
This
yeah. Joe
division
Burrow was a
is
huge
His
so-
backup was really good.
Yeah, this division
He broke
is
a
good.
record,
The
I wanna
AFC,
say.
the AFC North is a the AFC
Our
North
screen
is a
with the
rarely,
records keeps going away.
The AFC North is a very good division, and I think that's true. I think Ravens, Browns,
That's
Steelers, and
fair, yeah.
Bengals are
They all have a
teams-
chance, but I feel like the Browns and Steelers are carried by their defense.
Yeah.
The Steelers especially,
Browns
they have
and Steelers
no
don't have a-
offense.
they really
TJ
don't.
Watt is single-handedly bringing the Steelers. Like, I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
That's so true
Like,
though.
they have other, like, decent defensive players, but TJ Watt is, like,
Yeah.
he's the one why they have a 7-6 record and not 0-13.
Yep. And last division here we got
TJ Watt. I met him once.
No way, really.
Yeah, so
You're just going to bring this up
You
now?
were just talking like we never did this.
Oh, yeah, we're
I
not
actually
friends.
don't know if I can. I actually shouldn't say this because it's. Well,
Well, just don't, you don't have to say where
look,
you met
I
him.
met him. I had a conversation with him. It was pretty cool.
Let's say.
I'm not gonna. I'll tell you guys this story. After, 'cause I don't want to like
Yeah, it's
reveal
fine.
like where.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's
No,
fine.
it's all right.
Okay, well,
That's
Reveal a
pretty
secret
cool.
hideout.
yeah. Bro, this
I met him at his house.
So moving on to the last division, the AFC South, we got the Jags, who obviously
How are
That's surprising.
Jaguars are really good. How are
I
the
don't-
Colts 7-5?
the Colts. I don't know. I literally have not been
Like-
keeping up with the division at all. I
I've
know the
not watched one
Texans.
game.
Do they still have Jonathan Taylor? Like,
Yeah.
he
think
might
so.
be. He might be
Yeah,
helping.
no,
them a
Jonathan
lot
Taylor's
with
been
that.
putting me up points. I mean, he's
Yeah.
injured. He was out for a week or maybe even 2. But I think all these. I think the top 3 teams. The Titans are horrible, but the Texans, Colts, and Jaguars are all possible playoff teams, which is kind of
Yeah,
crazy
this
because
division's gonna be tight.
I haven't even been.
I mean, the AFC North with the Ravens.
I haven't even been looking.
We got one episode,
I,
and then
I haven't even been looking at this division that much, but I feel like these teams are all possible playoff teams, which is kind of crazy because I haven't really been keeping up with this division. But I think the truth overall in the whole NFL this year is that there's a lot of close games, kind of like we were talking about in the college football playoffs. There's a lot of close teams, and I think it's going to be a battle to the end in a lot of different divisions, and we'll obviously keep you updated. We'll talk about the playoffs as they get closer
Yeah,
and what's going
besides
on.
the NFC South, man.
Besides,
yeah.
but
we will not be talking about the NFC.
no,
South
we will not be
very
talking
much.
about them probably ever again.
Okay, so
but
that'd be a hot
What'd be
take.
funny is if
but-
we say like they lose in the first round, then one of them like goes.
Yeah,
to
one of them
championship.
Yeah,
game.
Falcons go all the way. That'd be crazy.
They're just like bagging.
Panthers all the way. No.
Literally.
1-11, man.
But like, I feel like this NFL season has been the craziest in a long time.
It's been-
I,
Yeah,
I
it's
think
so
very
many players
interesting.
have been getting
Football
injured.
has been good lately. Besides
has.
for
Beep.
Matthew's taking shots. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. No, but football has been good. The college has been good. NFL's been good. I think football in general, like for watching, has been really good for spectators recently. Fantasy's been fun this year.
It's been super
It's
exciting.
been good. So yeah,
They're
I
keeping
think
it all really exciting and
Yeah.
fun to watch.
Oh yeah, I'm
Before we-
excited to watch the rest of college football, the playoffs, and then keep up with the NFL.
Yeah.
It's been a good year. For
It's been a
football.
good year all around for football. So yeah,
Before we end the podcast, I just want to ask Gavin how you're doing in fantasy this year.
I had the best team in the league. Everybody got injured. I lost Joe Burrow. Who else did I lose? I lost that new running back for the Dolphins, whatever his name was.
Devon
He was-
Acme?
Yeah.
Acme, whatever?
He had like an average
Acme.
of 10 yards per rush. And I
Devon
lost
with
him.
acne.
And everybody got injured. And I went from like,
I'm sorry, I was really mean, Gavin.
no, it's fine.
I just thought.
Oh, I'm still
I'm in
salty.
the
I will
playoffs.
always be salty about it.
Did
Alright.
you end up making the playoffs?
I actually tied with Jericho, but didn't make the playoffs because he beat me
Beep.
head to head. Yeah, so he beat me head to head.
Dang,
But
that's all right though.
yeah. Okay, well, thank you guys. Thank you guys so much
Yes,
for
thank
tuning
you.
in for
Thank
episode
you.
2 of the podcast. Next week, we plan on doing some Marvel movie rankings. It's going to be exciting. You're
gonna
going to
be-
want to stay
you guys
tuned.
gotta tune in.
Thank you all so much for watching, and peace out, boys. Thank you.